The way this reads, I don't know whether to post it on eHarmony or LinkedIn. If I want the right woman for the job, I have to outline all the duties I expect her to perform so I can find the most qualified candidate. Nia huffs at me. You're talking about marriage, not a middle manager. Why not take someone you know on a date? See if you like them. Spend a few months together, figure out if you're suited for a deeper relationship. Use the time to get over Becca. Why are you shaking your head at me? I intend to be married before Christmas. Everything in my non-work life is a disaster, and I'm too busy preparing for the move to Maui and fending off this hostile buyout to clean it up. Best leave tidying my mess at home to a professional. So I want you to place this ad everywhere you can think of today, screen all the replies, then give me a slate of the most qualified applicants by next Friday. She braces her hands on her hips, which are covered by a snug charcoal skirt. You want me to help you pick this wife? I'm confused by her question, and her obvious displeasure. It makes sense. You know me well, and you're an excellent judge of character. Have you ever been on a dating site? Of course not. Until Becca's death, I was happily married. Do you have any idea how many crazies and gold diggers an ad like this is going to attract? I'm socially awkward, not naive. Of course I do. That's why I'm lucky to have a savvy woman like you. Nia sits stiffly. Fine. I'll get it done. But really, have you at least thought about trying to date someone in your social circle? Someone you know isn't crazy? Who would that be? You're the only single female I know who meets my list of qualifications. And you're dating... I snap my fingers, trying to remember the name of her latest boyfriend. Brett? Brick, she corrects. As in, dumber than? I haven't met him. She didn't bring him to the company picnic this summer. But he sounds like a douchebag. Him, sorry. I can never remember who you're seeing. It changes so quickly. I broke up with him in June. That explains why she didn't mind working more hours over the summer. I'm surprised. You said he was smart, ambitious, and well-employed. He is, but he was a lot of talk and not much action. I frown. He didn't follow through on his promises? Do I have to spell it out? She sighs. Brick sucked in bed. Oh. I clear my throat, trying to imagine Nia naked with this guy. I can't. She's pretty, I guess. Exotic. Her skin is a pleasing cocoa shade. She's got the kind of curves often photographed for the purpose of rousing a man's libido. I've simply never thought about my assistant like that. It's unprofessional. I won't start now. Next time, remind me not to ask about things that are none of my business. Workplace harassment is such a hot-button topic. I'd rather not be sued for discussing inappropriate things in the office. But I also value Nia as an assistant and a human being, too. I don't want her to think I'm not listening if she has something to say. No. She waves my words away. I got too personal. Sorry. I haven't had anyone to talk to, and... She sighs. I wish I understood men. Since I never had one to figure out growing up, I feel like I'm forever confused. Nia doesn't like to talk about her father. It wasn't a part of her childhood. He impregnated her mother, who worked for him, then bought the woman off when she broke the news of his impending fatherhood. Her mother raised Nia alone, not marrying or even dating seriously before tragically succumbing to a case of the flu 2 years ago. I doubt I'll be much help. I'm aware that I function differently than most men. They thrive on competitive sports, beer chugging, and dirty jokes. I much prefer a good mental challenge, fine scotch, and video games. You don't date my type. I was called a brainiac and a computer nerd growing up, but I drew the line at Dungeons and Dragons. My quip somehow makes her laugh. Good to know you have boundaries. It's just, some guys really seem to forget there's another person in the bed. Hell, in the relationship. I've done some soul searching since I ditched Brick, and I've decided I'm not dating guys I barely know anymore. We have to be friends first. Surprisingly, she wraps her fingers around my shoulder. Which is something you should consider rather than placing an ad. Don't marry just anyone. You'll be miserable. Why don't you let me help with your disorganization? It will give you some time to find a more permanent solution. You know I love whipping a good mess into shape. That's generous, but I don't expect